Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into tonight's event here, the Superstar ARCA Cup Series at Kentucky, the Armed Forces 225. Now, before we get too far into this event, we need to take a moment to share some very sad news with our community. We learned this morning that Jason Dalton, driver of the #2 in one of our other leagues, GLSR, passed away. Jason was more than a competitor on track. He was a friend, a teammate, and a genuinely good person to so many people. GLSR members have been sharing stories all day about how he raced hard but clean, how respectful he was, how he showed up for others, and how he made this community better just by being in it. To Jason's family and to everyone in the KJD2 and GLSR family, and everyone who called Jason a friend, please know we're thinking of you tonight. Jason will be missed, and he won't be forgotten. At this time, we'd like to ask everyone watching to join us for a brief moment of silence in honor of Jason Dalton. Thank you. Rest easy, Jason, and to all his friends and family, we are thinking about you. Qualifying is underway here in the Superstar ARCA Series, as mentioned. Several drivers setting their times on the track, one of them being Isaiah Watrous here in the #60. Ruben Rodas top of the board right now, but Isaiah Watrous takes that spot away. The #60 at the top of the board. For the moment, we'll see who's going to top his time. Dustin Coggin comes across the stripe. He's going to move up to 4th. Qualifying gonna just be heading towards the heat races here. All we're doing here in qualifying is setting the grid for the heats. Gonna have 2 of those to decide the starting order for the feature. If you're not familiar with how Superstar ARCA Cup Series does things, of course, you might be thinking, Jess, you don't normally call the Superstar ARCA Cup Series, and you'd be correct. I'm covering for Blake, giving him the night off. And I'll be with you again tomorrow night as well for Average Joe's Cup Series, or Average Joe's Truck Series, rather. Giving Blake a little bit of a vacation, one could say. Samuel Hoff in the 00, your championship leader right now in that Hoff Performance Racing machine, looking to come across the stripe and see where he qualifies. The 00 not going to move up the board, unsure if he hit the wall or something, but his time not going to count. He finds himself way back in 17th. We'll see, though, what the 18 of Jimmy Geikus can do. Currently 15th, getting knocked down to 16th. Other names qualifying right now, the 21 of Daniel Monix, as well as the 47 of Skylar Jones, but we'll see what the 18 of Jimmy Geikus can do. Crossing the stripe, will the 18 move up the board? He does not. He stays in 16th. What about Daniel Monix in this 21? He moves up to the pole. The 21 of Monix takes the pole spot here with a 30.98. Flying. Only driver to get in the 30s. And that's going to pretty much do it for qualifying. Michael Malm hits the track, but he's not going to have time to set a lap. We'll throw the 69 car on screen anyways for you. 36 drivers signed into tonight's race. It's going to be action-packed. Connor in the chat. Good to see you as always, my friend. Drew Babcock, Unusual Eno. Thank you for tuning in. 18 people watching as we get ready to head towards Heat 1 here. Each heat going to have 7 laps. As we show you the results from qualifying. Once again, Daniel Molnix, Connor Zabosi, and Isaiah Watchers, your 3 fastest. As we get ready to go into Heat 1. Connor says it's a Jesse week after Monday, and it's worth it. Hey, I'm glad you're here for it, man. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, man, nobody's better than Blake, and I agree. But I'm glad I can at least fill in for him when needed. And I mean, I was especially sad to hear the news about Jason, being that I was the one that handled most of the GLSR broadcasts, so I was calling him every week on the channel. And it's been an all-day thing of people sharing good memories with him. So it's been quite the day. But he definitely, as we said, he definitely will be remembered in more ways than one. We're about to get rolling for heat number 1. Isaiah Watchers, Jared Skinner, Dustin Coggin, Chris Bush, Hunter Sr. Gonna start in the front of the field here. Alan Wild, Craig Martin, Zach Stewart, Alex Anderson, Skylar Jones. Round out your first 10 starting spots. Nathan Johnson, Caleb Yates, Michael James, Christian Schweiger, Alex McQueen, Albert Lopez, and Michael Malm out there as well. That's gonna be your full lineup here for heat race number 117. Cars gridded up, ready to rock and roll. Figure out where they're going to start the feature tonight. Armed Forces 225 from Kentucky. I like racing Kentucky, man. It's a fun track. It's a shame that they don't go there anymore in real life. I think they should. Maybe it'll see a return. Lots of tracks have been making returns. Maybe Kentucky will be one of them. Who knows? Luke Martin in the chat says 38 is the GOAT. Rooting on Christian Schweiger there, as well as Beans 451. Schweiger got some fans out there tonight, but he's got a long road ahead of him, starting back in 14th here for heat number 1. He's got to make his way forward to get a good starting spot in tonight's race. As they come through turn 4, pace car dips down low. Isaiah Watchers, Jared Skinner going to lead the field into the Juicy Spider restart zone to start this heat out. And to start out the Superstar Cup Series action. Green flag in the air. The 7 of Skinner gets a good jump. Isaiah Watchers a little bit slow on the green flag. That's going to let the 91 of Chris Bush get out ahead of him on the top lane. Not a good start for the man who took the pole spot in the 60. But he's going to have to try to recover. Right now, Jared Skinner for Juicy Spider Racing taking a good lead on the field. They're all on the 47 of Skylar Jones is sideways. She gets it saved, though. Incredible job, but that's going to send her all the way to the back. I will say, a fantastic save. That car was pretty much 90 degrees, but we keep going. Skinner and Watchers 1-2. Battle for third. Chris Bush holding that spot, and they're wrecking again. Will they save it? The 19 hard into the wall. That's Nathan Johnson. The 1 of Michael James is pushing him. 6 to go. They're coming to a stop. Now, I'm not familiar with Superstar ARCA Cup Series as much as the rest of you. You're going to have to tell me, do we have no cautions in the heats? It appears not. But we've got a battle for the lead in heat number 1. Jared Skinner, Isaiah Watrous side by side. Fighting for the first grid spot tonight. Fighting for the best seat in the house. These two still side by side in heat number 1. Isaiah Watrous, the fastest lap time in the entire field, 30.98. As he challenges for this lead. Things have kind of settled out behind, probably due to that crash. I mean, if we're being real, nothing will spread the field out like a good old-fashioned couple cars in the wall. But, I mean, we're not going to take our eyes off this battle for the lead. It looks like Isaiah Watrous does have a decent advantage right now, but Jared Skinner not ready to give it up yet. Connor, thank you for letting me know there's no yellows in the heats. Jim Housden in the chat rooting on Ryan Housden. Action behind. Couple cars getting into the wall. And we've got a couple new names fighting for this lead. The 1200 seniors making an appearance. As these two battle side by side, Watrous and Skinner, that's just going to open up the field for more people to try to take this lead. Look at the 46 of Coggin, door banging with the 1200 senior. 46 has got some speed, 2 to go in heat number 1. Isaiah Watrous out to the lead. Jared Skinner chasing him down. Dustin Coggin, Hunter Sr., Chris Bush, your top 5. All in a line. Who's going to get the run? White flag for not stage number 1, for heat number 1. The 60 Watrous a little slow into the corner. Jared Skinner, Dustin Coggin side by side for second. Coggin going to have the advantage out of the corner. Does he have anything for the 60? The 1200 senior looks to the inside with a dive. Isaiah Watrous clear roads ahead. He's going to take the win here in heat number 1. Who's going to be second? Looks like it'll be the 46 of Coggin side by side for third across the stripe. Almost too close to call. Hunter Sr. gets it by 8 1/1000ths of a second. Man, if heat 1 can show you how the rest of this racing is going to go, I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this thing. There wasn't a single slow moment there in heat number 1, but we get gridded up for heat number 2, and it's got some heavy hitters. Names like Ruben Rodas, Ryan Housden, Samuel Hoff, Thomas Spencer, the field filler, Tim McBasketball. These are the names people are waiting for. As they get lined up for heat number 2. Checking out the chat. Connor Gerard says Kentucky is fun to watch. It definitely was in heat number 1. That was wild. And Isaiah Watrous is also known as the Cat Man. That's good to know. I will say it's kind of funny. I'm a cat man myself, but I have no cats as a pet. Me and my wife decided to get some dogs, and they don't like cats. So I think before we get another dog in the far future, we're gonna get a cat first, so that way the dog's used to it. But man, heat number 1. If heat number 2 is anything like number 1, we're in for a hell of a time. Let's get down to the track. Hop on the Juicy Spider drone cam. Take a look at your field here. Ryan Housden, Ruben Rodas going to be row number 1. Eric Kepf, Tony Allison Jr. row 2. Donald Kite, Brian Marshall row 3. Row 4, Jordan Warnock, Jimmy Geikus. Row 5, Carl Cantonis, and Samuel Hoff. Got to get a good sip in of my sun drop before this thing goes green. Pace car getting ready to go off. Ruben Rodas, Ryan Housden gonna lead them to green for heat number 2 as they head towards the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air again here from Kentucky to decide your outside lane for the feature. Ruben Rodas, Ryan Housden equal out of turn 1. The 4 there, Tony Allison Jr. getting a little sketchy. He's going to drop back, getting put in middle of 3. Looks like they're trying to get it settled out back there, but definitely some good racing in the back, but we've still got a battle for the lead. Ruben Rodas sends it in on the bottom, almost clips the 98 of Housden. They stay clean and green. No contact. Housden out to the lead. Eric Kepf into second. Ruben Rodas, Donald Kite side by side for third. Kite going to settle into that spot, and it's all downhill so far for the 5 of Rodas. He's fighting back. They door each other. He gets into the 2 of Kite. No harm done, but he blocks the 94 and the 4. They get squirrely. The 00 of Hoff making his way forward. No surprise there as the field spreads out behind him. Front of your field getting a little spread out, but there's still plenty of action behind him. Brian Marshall, Jimmy Geikus side by side. That's for the 6th spot here in heat number 2. Tony Allison continues to fall back. He's down 7 spots here after the green flag in heat number 2. The man moving forward's the 00, Sam Hoff. He's up 4 with 5 to go. Can he gain any more? Eric Kepf in second place. That's 63. He's got the quickest time I've seen so far tonight. 30.88 on the board last lap for the 63. That man is flying. Give me just a second, folks. Okay, we're good to go. Just had to look at something real quick. No worries. Let's see what we've got going on. We got a battle back here for last between the 93 of Tim McBasketball and the 28 of Jordan Warnock. At Tony Allison, well, something has happened to that 4, because right now he is the HMS TV battle for last winner. 3 wide action. Tate Luprette, Carl Cantonis, Thomas Spencer beating and banging. 2 to go here in heat number 2. I've called plenty of races with Carl Cantonis back in the Superstar ARCA West series. Rest in peace to that series, by the way. Thomas Spencer gets the spot over the 52 of Tate Luprette. As we head towards the white flag of heat number 2, Ryan Housden's led the way the entire time. Eric Kepf's not been able to reel him in. Donald Kite pretty comfortably in third, but he's got Ruben Rodas, Samuel Hoff breathing down his neck. Not as much action here on the final lap just yet, but don't let me speak too soon. Donald Kite looks to the inside of the 63 of Eric Kepf, and he sends it in on the bottom. Ryan Housden looks like he's going to take heat number 2, but will there be a battle for second? Looks like no. Eric Kepf going to take second. Donald Kite third. Door banging across the stripe for fourth. Who's it going to be? Samuel Hoff. It's fourth. Ruben Rodas fifth. 5 thousandths of a second separating those two across the line, and that's going to set your field for tonight's feature. And let me tell you, as they get into a warm-up session here, let me tell you, if the racing for tonight's event is just like how these heats went, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. For sure. But Now that we're through the heats and the field is set, we're going to let these guys have a nice little break before we go green. And we're going to go ahead and take a break ourselves. Go HMS TV side by side so you keep an eye on the action. Let you enjoy some tunes before we get ready to race. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Live with you once again. And it's time to go through your starting lineup for tonight's race. Let's frickin' go. Row number 1 going to be the 21 of Daniel Monix. Next to him, the 45 of Connor Zabosian. Row number 2 gives you the 60 of Isaiah Watrous and the 98 of Ryan Housden. Row number 3 is the 46 of Dustin Coggin and the 63 of Eric Kepf. Row number 4 going to be the 12 of Hunter Sr. and the 2 of Donald Kite. Two teammates there side by side. Row number 5 going to be the 7 of Jared Skinner next to the 00 Sam Hoff. Row number 6 is the 77 of Zach Stewart next to the 5 of Ruben Rodas. Row number 7 gives you the 91 of Chris Bush next to the 18, Jimmy Geikus. Row number 8 going to give you the 07 of Alan Wild next to the 94 of Brian Marshall. Row number 9 is the 67 of Alex Anderson. He's going to be starting next to the 99 of Carl Cantonis, the second. Row number 10 is the 95 of Alex McQueen, starting next to the field filler himself, Thomas Spencer. Row number 11 gives you the 47 of Skylar Jones, next to the 52 Cookout Machine of Tate Lupret. Row number 12 is the 38 Christian Swiger, tons of fans in the chat, next to the 55 of Dylan Lampy. Row number 13 going to have the 70 of Caleb Yates next to the 36 of Braden McWilliams. Row number 14 brings you the 69 of Michael Malm next to the 16 Jordan Evans. Row number 15 has the 22 of Craig Martin, starting next to the 24 of David Nemmert. Row number 16 is the 88 Albert Lopez. He's starting next to the 28 of Jordan Warnock. Row number 17 going to be the the 1 of Michael James. My apologies. Next to the 93 of Tim McBasketball. Row 18 brings you the 19 of Nathan Johnson, starting next to the 4 of Tony Allison Jr. Your final row, all by his lonesome, gonna be the 11 of Nate Bogus. As we hit the drop, baby. The field rolling into turns 3 and 4. Pace car lights are off. We're gonna go green this time. Familiar faces in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Daniel Monix, Connor Zabosian getting the honors of leading the field to green for the first time tonight. Pace car dips off, and we get ready to roll into the Juicy Spider restart zone for the first time. Connor Drawer in the chat says anything can happen. Well, let's see what does happen. Into the restart zone. Green flag out for the first time tonight here at Kentucky. Field looks like they get a good start. Will we have a side-by-side battle for the lead into turn number 1? We got 3 wide there for about 6th, but Daniel Monix is clean. No challenge for the lead. Coming out of turn 2, Connor Zabosian holds on to 2nd for now, but don't look now. They're door banging behind him. The 98 and the 46 getting together a little bit, and it looks like we got maybe some 4 wide action farther back. Yellow flag is out. Jordan Evans looks like he's involved. Michael Malm also. And we got trouble in the back of the field. Let's go ahead and go back, hop in the Harpoon Design blimp, take a look and see what happened. I have a feeling it might have happened ahead of here, but let's take a look and see. Yeah, it happens ahead of these guys. Carl Cantonis is going to be the first one to go around. So let's back this thing up. Take a look at what the 99 has going on. I guess it does start with him. 99 to the 95 heading to the corner. 95 is going to be Alex McQueen. Just gets into the car, Cantonis a little bit. He can't save it. The 55 barely avoids it. 69 does catch him a little bit. And we reset the field. Rough start for Carl Cantonis. Finds himself back in 25th after that incident. Michael Malm in that 69 car has some damage on the front end. He's going to want to get fixed. Got Christian Taylor in the chat. Man, I'm on HMS TV now more than Christian, at least this week. When did you expect you'd be able to say that? But caution number 1 after 3 laps here. Daniel Monix leading the way. Isaiah Watrous 2nd. Connor Zabosian 3rd. Ryan Housden 4th. And Dustin Coggin 5th. Now, we did something fun today. We decided to make a questionnaire for the drivers of all our leagues, so they could tell us little fun facts about themselves and whatnot. I know the 98 here, Ryan Housden, he got some fans in the chat out of Bangor, PA. He answered our questionnaire. Apparently, his favorite real-life driver is going to be Jeff Gordon. Not too bad. He says his best strength as a driver is saving the right front tire, and his weakness is he's awful at not speeding in the pits. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. He says his biggest rival is Ruben Rodas, and he also says go Seahawks. Well, if he's a Seahawks fan, he's in a good spot. They're pretty good this year. I'll just say that. They're pretty good. Let's see if the pace car light's going to shut off this time across the stripe and we're going to get this thing back going or not. Hopefully so. Lights are off. We're going to get this thing back green here in the next lap. 26 people tune in. Thank you for coming out to this event. Make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't done it. Which, I mean, let's be honest, it only takes a few seconds. I don't know why you... If you haven't done it, I don't know why. Just do it, man. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. If you're out there in the chat, go ahead and let me know who your pick to win this thing tonight is. If I'm being completely honest with myself, he might be back in 10th right now, but Sam Hoff, there's a reason he's leading the championship standings right now by like 400 points. I mean, he's pretty hard to beat. So we're going to have to see if he can make his way forward. Pace car gets ready to dip off for the second time. Daniel Monix, Isaiah Watrous lead the field to green as we go up in the Juicy Spider drone as they go into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag out again. The 21 gets a great jump. Isaiah Watrous slow to the gun. He was in the heat. It happens in the feature now. He's going to be side by side with Ryan Housden for second. They're still side by side. Plenty of action back there in the back of the field. But Ryan Housden and Isaiah Watrous battling it out. Everybody's clean at the moment. How long will it last? When you get this many cars, you never know. Ryan Housden pretty cleanly in the second. Isaiah Watrous, he's got all kinds of trouble. Donald Kite to the low line trying to get into that third spot now. Watrous has Zabosian behind trying to take the spot as well. Somebody just got up into the wall a little bit. We stay green. What a battle here in the front of the field. It's kind of settling out. We'll keep an eye, though, on the lead the best we can. As we jump back through the field a little bit, check out some of the side-by-side action. Oh, and the 60's going around. Big junk. Oh my God, a huge pile up. It's a track blocker at Kentucky. My computer doesn't know what to do with this many cars on the screen at one time. Holy smokes. People are coming on the radio angry right now. That is the big one at Kentucky for sure. I don't even know. The whole field crashed, basically. But we're going to try to find out where it started here from the Harpoon-designed blimp. I think it starts with Isaiah. Yeah, Donald Kite gets into him. We stay here on Connor Zabosian and just look at the field piling in. People trying to go up top to miss it. People trying to go to the bottom to miss it. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you're getting killed. People are mad on the radio.
No driving motherfuckers, I swear.
The censor missed that one. Apologies, folks. We tried, but unhappy drivers. I mean, that was definitely the big one. It started at the very front of the field. I think there was probably 25 cars involved in that one. People are mad in the race chat. I'm not gonna try to play anymore. Good Lord. A lot of the field comes down pit road. All sorts of cars have fender damage, missing pieces. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the repair counter. We'll try to show you that before they go back green, see who's had to fix damage. I think it might take up the entire right side of the screen. Connor says, I think a red flag is needed for that. Yeah, I would say so. Holy smokes. That definitely shakes things up for sure. I mean, take a look. Let's just pull up the hard charters just to show how much that shakes the field up. Look at Nathan Johnson and Nate Bogus up 27 spots from where they started. Jordan Warnock up 23, Tim McBasketball up 17, Michael Baum up 16. That's what we call track position, folks. So many people hit pit road because of that wreck, and it just saved some of these people that had to start in the back of the field. And they're, like I said, they're getting all sorts of track position. I expect the lights going to go off the pace car this time. Let's go ahead and try to take a look here at our repair board. Doesn't look like that updates. It looks like it updates every couple of seconds. Right now, Carl Cantonis had to make some repairs. I mean, I can't even. It just keeps updating. I mean, look at all the names of drivers that had to make repairs. Hunter Sr., Donald Kite, Connor Zabosian, Carl Cantonis, Thomas Spencer, Michael Malm, Caleb Yates, Jimmy Geikus, Jack Stewart, Skylar Jones, Ruben Rodas, Michael James, Alan Wild, Dylan Lampy, all having to fix something on their cars after that one. Officially the big one at Kentucky. Holy moly. Like we said, a bunch of drivers benefit from that one. Find themselves up towards the front of the field. And we're just going to have to see what happens. I mean, Isaiah Watrous, he gets away fairly scot-free. I mean, he was sort of the start of that thing, but he got it saved and kept it straight. And then the entire 20 cars behind him just died. Connor says, I think we just found out why NASCAR doesn't want to race here. I can tell you they never had a wreck like that in the Cup Series. That was something, but we get ready to go back green one more time. Daniel Monix, Ryan Housden lead him into the Juicy Spider restart zone for restart number 3. Monix with a good jump. He's going to lead the way into turn 1. Side by side for third is Isaiah Watrous and Eric Kepf. See how those two settle out as we keep an eye on them. Ryan Housden to the lead. The 21 got a good jump, but the 98 sends it in on the bottom. The 21 not done yet. He fights back on the top. 3 wide behind him. Looks like the 21 of Monix going to secure that lead. Alex Anderson, Isaiah Watrous going to be side by side. This is for your 4th spot. Watrous going to give that spot up. Now Eric Kepf looks to the outside of the 98 of Housden. Still side by side. We jump back a little bit through the field, catch some of the other action happening. All sorts of side-by-side action through the field. This is Jordan Warnock, Brian Marshall, Christian Schweiger all battling about for your 11th spot. Let's pull this up here so you know who we're watching. Brian Marshall out of Staunton, Virginia in the 94. Fighting off a bunch of cars. Oh, we got 3 wide action right behind him. Alan Wild, the Wild Man, makes the move to the bottom. He gains 2 spots in 1 corner. Thomasville, North Carolina native, making his way forward. He had to hit pit road and fix damage just like a lot of other people. So he's trying to make up ground. We take a look at your battle for 3rd. Alex Anderson, Ryan Housden scrapping it out. Anderson going to secure that spot. Housden has to settle for 4th. Nathan Johnson in the 19. He's getting a run on the 98 out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. He takes the bottom lane. Up 31 spots from where he started. He's in 5th right now. Started in 35th. That caution helped him out, made his way forward. Holy smokes. Been able to stay clean and green since the restart. It's officially lap 16 of 150. Dustin Coggin trying to take a spot now from Nate Bogus. Using that outside lane to his advantage in that 46, the 22 of Craig Martin trying to follow him right through. We got some people scraping the wall ahead of them, and we got a battle for 2nd, actually. Let's keep an eye on that. Eric Keff, Alex Anderson, Ryan Housden, all right here. Daniel Monix watching him in the mirror, seeing who's going to try to come chase him down. Alex Anderson pretty clearly into 2nd. Housden finds his way into 3rd, Kepth into 4th. Nathan Johnson, Isaiah Watchers behind him, battling it out for 5th. What a start to this race it's been. Less than 20 laps in, we've had 2 wrecks. We've had a ton of fireworks in the chat. These guys are driving pissed off. And they've still got a long way to go. Nate Bogus getting passed by Craig Martin. I'm sorry, Nate Bogus actually I think is trying to pass Craig here on the low line. See if he's able to do it. Everybody's kind of getting in a line in the front of the field here. This is your first side-by-side battle on the track. It's going to be for 9th. Nate Bogus has his location set as Blake's basement. I might have to ask some questions about that one. We jump a little bit forward here. Nathan Johnson in the 19. He's trying to hold off Isaiah Watchers and Dustin Coggin behind him. And that Liquid Death Toyota Camry. Let's take a look at who's the fastest in the field right now. It's going to actually be Alan Wild back in 13th. As your best average out of anybody. Craig Martin, Dustin Coggin, Christian Schweiger, Ryan Housden also fast right now. But Daniel Monix leads the way currently. He's come a long way as far as HMS TV goes. The first time I remember seeing Monix, he had joined a race, I believe it was at Pocono in the All-American Cup Series back in the day. And, well, let's just say it was an uncharacteristically bad race for the 21, and he was involved in several wrecks. But, I mean, he's a multi-time winner here this year. In fact, we'll go ahead and pull the standings up for you, show you the top 15. Daniel Monix currently sitting in 5th. He's got 3 wins on the season, ties Samuel Hoff for the most wins, but Hoff's been more consistent with a 400-point lead. I mean, he's going to be tough to beat for sure. Hunter Sr., Isaiah Watchers, Carl Cantonis fill out the rest of your top 5. Craig Martin, Eric Keff, Michael James, Jared Skinner, Ryan Housden round out your top 10. Thomas Spencer first on the outside. To no one's surprise. It's starting to get a little bit mellow here in the front of your field. Still plenty of racing going on, of course. Isaiah Watchers, Dustin Coggin trading spots. This is your battle for 5th. Let's go ahead and take a look at your manufacturer standings here. Chevy leading the way. It's a pretty spread even field here. Every make having over 10 cars. Chevy with the best average right now of 15.1. And they got the leader of the race, Daniel Monix. Toyota, best Toyota in the field is Nathan Johnson. Their average is 20.3. Ford, the worst in the field. Eric Keff being the hard charger for them. Average of 21.6. Unusual, in the chat saying LFG Swigger. Yeah, he's doing good. He's fighting for right outside the top 10 here in the 38. He's actually fighting with Chris Busch to get into the top 10. They're side by side right now. So he's trying to make his way forward. Drunken Spiders is hanging there, Martin and Marshall. Good to see you. 27 people tuned in right now. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button and that subscribe button. As we've been clean and green since roughly, let's see, when did we go back green? We took the green flag again on lap number 10, so we've went about 16 laps here this run without an issue. Potentially getting towards a long run here, but we got 3 wide action. This is for 6th. Eric Keff, Nathan Johnson, Craig Martin, and Isaiah Watchers battle it out. Dustin Coggin in there as well. Whoa, and he gets turned! Coggin gets turned by the 19. The whole rest of the field looks to avoid. Caution finally flies. Chad Canals is mad in my ear, but we saw it live. We'll hop up in a Harpoon Design blimp just to show it to you again. But we watched it happen. Coming out of the corner of the 46 and the 19, they just get together. 19 just comes down a little bit. That's all it takes. The 46 gets stuck in the wall. Looks like nobody else involved in this one, but we're under yellow once again. Let's see if we can ride on board with the 19 and Nathan Johnson. And that is all it takes, folks. The 19 and Nathan Johnson. Involved in that one. Daniel Monix, he's led pretty much this whole thing, it feels like. Take a look at lap leaders. He has led every lap. 28 laps led for the 21. He hits pit road along with just about everybody else. Craig Martin, the first to stay out. He pit on lap number 8. But, I mean, everybody else hits pit road. Craig Martin getting ready to be stranded. Straight up stranded. Looked like his teammate, Hunter Sr., might be your lucky dog. Not sure 100%. Wow. Craig not in a great spot here. I'm thinking he probably thought at least one person was going to stay out or a couple people were going to stay out with him, but the entire rest of the field that's on the lead lap hits pit lane without the 22. Out of the cars that did pit, Monix wins the race off pit road Alex Anderson, Ryan Housden, Isaiah Watrous, Eric Kepf. Gonna be your top 5 for that. Reading the chat, Connor Gerard saying what an eventful night for some of these drivers. Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is some good racing we've had going on here at Kentucky. Not mad about it at all. Clayton Ulmer 8774. Shout out Michael James in the Derry Castle ride, moving through the pack. Yeah, he's one of the guys high up in the points. We know he's quick. He's just got to get the track position. The 22 of Craig Martin might have been a strategy call to lead a lap as he comes down pit road now. I'm not sure if they give bonus points for laps led. And once again, Connor says, honestly, he likes the in-car view for the ARCA cars. Yeah, it's pretty good. I must say, it is pretty good. Lights are off on the pace car. Gonna take a quick second to get some water before we get back green flag racing. Just to update you on the back of the field, several drivers still taking repairs. Let's see what this screen shows us. David Nemmert, 13 minutes and 51 seconds of repairs made. Hunter Sr., 8 minutes, 34 seconds. Alex McQueen, 8 minutes, 22 seconds. So many drivers over 5 minutes of repairs, it's insane. As they work to get their cars fixed back up. One that's not made it out of pit lane. He's been in his pit box for over 15 minutes now is your points leader, Samuel Hoff. We'll see if he makes it back onto the track or not. But Daniel Monix and Alex Anderson getting ready to lead the field into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Ryan Housden and Isaiah Watrous behind. Green flag out again. Here from Kentucky in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series, Daniel Monix gets a good jump. And he's back in the lead once again. Alex Anderson settles into second, side by side for third. Ryan Housden going to take that spot. Isaiah Watrous and Eric Kepf fight for fourth. Looks like Watrous going to take that spot, and he does. They're already singling out here in the front of the field. Nate Bogus up to seventh. One of your biggest movers right now. And we're getting even to back out pretty quickly here after this restart. Some side-by-side action happening back here towards the middle of the pack. Ruben Rodas, Jordan Warnock, Michael James, Carl Cantonis all in a little bit of a scrap here. But we keep an eye towards the front of the field just to see if we have any sort of action going on. Ryan Housden, Isaiah Watrous, Alex Anderson getting a little bit of a scrap there. The 98 of Housden has to check up a little bit. Not sure if there was some contact with the 67 there. There could have been. But Monix just continues to watch all of it happen in his rear view. Connor Gerard in the chat honestly thinks this track just manifested all the anger and madness. It really brought some fire out in some people. We're not like I got some clips saved. We can't play on air. 38 definitely got some fans in the chat. He's making his way forward. He's up 16 spots. Christian Schweiger ripping it on the outside in that Voodoo Ranger number 38. He's dealing with the 07 Allen Wild right now. They're going to be side by side. Schweiger moves up into that 7th spot, but can he hold it? The 91, Chris Busch, throwing his name in this hat for this battle. Nathan Johnson, Braden McWilliams behind. They're getting door banging a little bit. They stay clean. Oh, we got some swerving up near the front. Isaiah Watrous, Ryan Housden, Alex Anderson. A little bit of a scrap here, all battling for second. And we got some side-by-side action. Isaiah Watrous, Alex Anderson. Duel down the front stretch here on lap 37. Daniel Monix leads. 67 of Alex Anderson trying to use that outside lane to his advantage. Gets a good run out of the corner. Yes, the 4 of Tony Allison has called it quits tonight. Wrecked on lap 8. Done for the night. Housden and Watrous fight for third. The 60 dives it in there on the bottom. It seems like you can really try to make these cars stick. They touch a little bit coming out of turn number 2. No harm, no foul. 98 probably pinched the 60 just a little bit, but the 60 also threw it in there pretty hard. 11 and 8, Bogus having a good start to this run. He's your biggest mover right now. He's up 33 spots from where he started. Nathan Johnson, Michael James, Jordan Warnock, Christian Schweiger also up tons of spots. Isaiah Watrous, Eric Kep side by side. This is for right at the edge of the top 5. This is for 5th. Side by side for those two across the stripe. We got 24 people watching. Thanks again for tuning in. Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. Hit that subscribe button. '67 Alex Anderson. He's getting a run on your leader here. Is he going to make a move into turn 1? We have to wait and see. Not going to do it. The 21 protects the bottom. I wonder how much dirty air affects these cars. If it's worth getting the clean air versus running your line. It seems like most of these guys are just trying to get those left side tires as close to that yellow line as they can. And we've got side-by-side action for the lead. Alex Anderson challenges Daniel Monix. Anderson on the outside, Monix on the inside. Ryan Housden behind trying to pounce on the situation himself. Lap 42 of 150, we might have a new leader for the first time tonight. Monix able to fight it off for now, but the 67 with the momentum down the front stretch. They continue to duel right now. Trying to change some settings around to save my computer a little bit as they battle for the lead. We've got a 5-car battle now for your top spot. Isaiah Watrous goes to the apron. He's got 3 wide for second. I'm sorry, for third, rather. The 11 of Bogus decides, hell no, I'm getting out of here. He hits the brakes going into the corner. He says, y'all can go kill yourselves and wreck each other up there. And Alessandra makes her appearance to the chat at a perfect time as we watch this side-by-side battle for the lead. Alex Anderson gonna lead across the stripe. The 98 of Housden has tons of momentum, but he checks up. He thought about making a move there, but he holds back. The 67 of Anderson, your new leader. The battle for second between Monix and Housden. 67 of Anderson gets into the wall a little bit. He better be careful. If he gets into the wall too hard, he opens this battle right back up for the rest of these guys. As Alex Anderson takes the lead over favorite real-life driver Eric Jones. He says he's best at tire saving and long runs. Well, we're seeing a long run here, and it's working out for the 67. Considers his driving style aggressive and risky. His risk has paid off for him. Finds himself out in the front of this field. As we get about a third of the way through this thing, we're about to take our first break here of the night. Go HMS TV side by side. You won't miss a second of the action. We'll bring you right back if we seem to have a caution. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Back live once again from Kentucky. And we've got a battle for the lead brewing between Alex Anderson and Isaiah Watrous. But before we get to that, it's time to remind you about one of our sponsors here at HMS TV, Harpoon Design. If you're looking for an iRacing paint, head over to harpoondesign.com. Paints start at just $25. And you might be thinking, $25 for a paint, well, it might not be that good. Well, let me just fill you in on the fact that Brantley Roden's the top painter on pretty much all of trading paints. So, like, he's got you covered. If you need a paint, go to harpoondesign.com. Paint start at just $25. Speaking of Harpoon Design, we've got the Harpoon Design 500 coming up on February 6th. Make sure to tune in for that one. It's going to be an absolute blast. If you don't know anything about it, it's a full 500-mile race at Daytona in the Gen 4 Cup cars. Entries are still open in the HMS TV Discord. $5 to enter, and you get a chance to win $150 plus in money and prizes. So definitely come check it out. And to be honest, you don't even have to do good to win money. A random driver in the field's actually going to get $25. So just another reason to sign up. Alex Anderson continues to lead. He's had some challenges from the 60 of Isaiah Watrous, but he's not been able to get around him. Daniel Monix finds himself in third, Ryan Housden fourth, Eric Kep fifth. Here comes another challenge from the 60 as we speak, side by side for the lead between Watrous and Anderson. Lap 58 of 150. Look at the 21 diving out the inside, making it 3 wide for the lead. What a move from the 21. The 67 of Anderson on the way high side, almost banging doors with the 60 of Watrous. The 21 in Monix's move didn't stick. Look at Ryan Housden putting his name in this hat. This has been an incredible race tonight, Connor. I wouldn't say great. This has been incredible. This has been a blast. Look at the 21 pushing the 67 down the back straightaway. Holy smokes. This is some serious stuff here tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and watching this thing with me. It's been a freaking great time. These cars might be starting to hurt a little bit as we're definitely starting to get into a bit of a long run here. A lot of these guys have 32 laps on your tires. If we take a look at the top 10, everybody's got 32 laps as mentioned on their tires. Your entire top 10 also took 4 tires last time they came down. So definitely might be starting to see some tire degradation. Most intense race ever in HMS TV history. I don't know about all that. Like, you've watched a lot of them, so you would know better than me. But it's definitely been something. We do have pit stops starting to happen. Isaiah Watrous, Nate Bogus, some of the first to hit pit lane. Looking through your field, yeah, that definitely is the case. Makes you wonder when Alex Anderson, Daniel Monix, Eric Kep's going to come down. Look at this mess here behind the 63 of Eric Kep. Ruben Rodas, Zach Stewart, Nathan Johnson, Christian Schweiger, Michael James in a crazy pack of cars. The 63, the 19, and the 1 all hit pit road. The 91 of Chris Busch behind them. Monix continues to stay out. But for how long? Right now, he's got a pretty good lead. Ruben Rodas in that 5. Straight chilling in second. Of course, pit cycle starting to begin. Monix hits pit road. That only leaves a few cars left to pit. Ruben Rodas, Zach Stewart, Alan Wild, Carl Cantonis, Braden McWilliams, Albert Lopez, Thomas Spencer, Michael Malm have all stayed out. As well as Dustin Coggin and Dylan Lampy, I believe. When will these guys pit? We've got more hitting pit lane now. Zach Stewart, Alan Wild come down this time. Ruben Rodas going to be coming down.
5-car in this time.
So we'll see him pit here shortly. You see there, Carl Cantonis in second. He's going to stay out. He's going to inherit the lead for at least a lap or two, it looks like. I'm assuming these guys are getting close on fuel because everybody's coming down. Carl Cantonis leads. Thomas Spencer still yet to pit. He's back here in a gaggle of cars, getting almost surrounded. But out of the cars that have hit pit road, and this is pretty big here, the 60 of Isaiah Watrous is the quickest out of pit road, and he leads technically of the cars that have pit. But the 67 of Alex Henderson right on his tail, not letting him get away. Carl Cantonis, Thomas Spencer in this time, as well as Michael Malm. That's going to make it official. Give Isaiah Watrous back the lead. Watrous out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Big fan of a North Carolina native for sure, as I am one myself. He's in a good battle, though, with the 67 of Anderson. Ryan Housden in the 98 inherits the third spot. Skylar Jones up to fourth. Haven't talked much about her tonight, but she's up to fourth. Daniel Monix, he must have had a rough stop. He was leading the way, but he finds himself in fifth now. He does have slightly fresher tires than everybody in front of him, though. Michael James, 6th. Nate Bogus, 7th. Nathan Johnson, 8th. Zach Stewart, 9th. Alan Wild, 10th. Round out your top 10. Christian Schweiger, Carl Cantonis, Chris Bush, Ruben Rodas, Jordan Warnock, Jordan Evans, Braden McWilliams, Albert Lopez, Thomas Spencer, Michael Malm round out the top 20. These two have been fighting all night. Alex Anderson, like we said, he'll say it himself that he's aggressive, and he's looking to take the lead back over here from the 60 of Watrous. Looks like he's going to do it. Sends it in on the bottom. A little bit of a slide job from the 67. Gets it done. Watrous into second. See if he just decides to cruise behind the 67 or if he's going to push the issue. You see the two there. Two car going to be Donald Kite. Whole front end of that car missing, looking like a Wheeling modified out there. He's got damage. He was involved in that lap 8 incident. As well as most of the field. I mean, Sam Hoff's been in the pits for 37 minutes now. He's still got a meatball, so he must have he certainly got killed in that wreck. So could be a little bit of a point swing. He's got a pretty good advantage, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. But we'll have to wait and see. Daniel Monix starting to come back into the picture here with those fresher tires than everybody. He's looking to the inside of Ryan Housden now for third. Looks like he made that pass look pretty easy. Just short of the halfway point here. Still a good 4-car scrap for your lead. Watrous looks to make another challenge. He's going to look to the outside. Has to check up a little bit. It looks like the 21 of Daniel Monix. Is he going to send it? He's trying to. He's making it stick to the bottom. He gets to the inside of Anderson. Will he have the momentum to take the lead back? Isaiah Watchers pushes the 67 down the backstretch. He gets cleared back out into the lead for now. But that 21 car's hungry, and he's trying to take the lead back. Watchers gets a run. He's got tons of momentum. He looks to the bottom of Anderson. Is he going to cover the spot up out of turn 2? He is. New leader's going to be the 60 of Isaiah Watchers, but not for long. The 67 goes to the bottom. Holy smokes, these guys just trading the lead back and forth. Will the 60 have another run out of the corner? Looks like he does. He looks to the bottom. I don't think these guys realize that we're not even halfway yet, and they're giving this kind of racing the 60 back to the lead. Holy smokes. What a race. All Chevys in your top 5, interestingly enough. 6 Chevys in your top 10, 4 Toyotas. No Fords in your top 10 right now. I'll tell you who's had the best seat in the house. That's this man, Daniel Monix, right there in 3rd. Let's go ahead and get a good shot from the front end of that 21 as we watch this battle for the lead. Watchers takes it for now. Will Anderson fight back? Good stuff at the front of this field. It's a very clear 4-car battle. Skylar Jones in 5th has dropped back about 3 seconds from the rest of these cars, but Watchers, Anderson, Monix, and Housden all right here on your screen. Which, it's tough to do after as many green flag laps as we've had to have a grouping like this of so many people trying to fight for this lead. Alex Anderson, Daniel Monix go side by side for P2. Anderson looks like he wants to challenge for the lead again. He's just got to find the right time, the right place to do it. He does look to the bottom. Is he going to try it here? Almost to the back bumper of the 60. Is unfortunately for all the fans, you might see him on the left side of your screen. You got Connor Zabosian there. He's getting lapped. As they go side by side for the lead, Tim McBasketball running for his life right now. He's the last car on the lead lap right now. The 67 of Anderson dives to the lead with a slide job. The 60 of Watchers looks to cross him over. Tim McBasketball shaking in his boots as he watches these leaders come up on him here. We hop on board with McBasketball. Out of West Newbury, Massachusetts, he says he's getting the hell out of the way. He's not even going to try to hold up these leaders. He says, I am scared to death. I'm getting out of here. Anderson back to the lead. Watchers goes next to him, though. Across the stripe, it's Watchers with the lead. 3 wide for the lead between Monix, Anderson, and Watchers. Someone tell these guys there's 70 laps left. Monix to the lead. Watchers trying to get back into P2, but Anderson covers up. Let's not forget about the 98 of Housden. He's still there. He's trying to get by the 60 of Watchers. What a race it has been. What a race. We've been green flag racing since I believe lap number 30 or so. 53 lap run roughly. I don't have exact numbers for you, unfortunately. Actually, let's take a look here. See if we can find, and throughout all 1,000 of my settings, it feels like. Here's the pit strategy board. At the stints right now. Yep, Daniel Monix, the two stints to the far left, or the far right, sorry, is your green flag run here. It's been about 55 laps since we last took the green flag. Will we see another caution? Let me know in the chat if they're going to keep this thing green or if we're going to see some more cautions. We drop back a little bit to a battle for sixth. It's going to be Skylar Jones battling. I'm sorry, yeah, this is a battle for seventh. Skylar Jones and Nate Bogus scrapping it out right now. Bogus, with the fresher tires by about 6 laps, makes the pass look fairly easy. Skylar Jones dropping back. One of the first cars to pit under that previous pit cycle, and it's definitely showing. Nathan Johnson holds your 5th spot, but for how long? Michael James looking to take that spot right on the back bumper of the 19. Let's go ahead and show a man that they call the field. Well, let's not look away from this lead battle just for a second. That's about to cut away, but we got to keep an eye on this. See if the 67 Alex Anderson's getting ready to make a move. 46 of Dustin Coggin there, right side of your screen, goes a lap down. But we cut to a man right here in the number 3 car, Thomas Spencer, out of Long Beach, California, currently 17th. They call him the field filler, and I think pretty much he's fitting the definition. I mean, we had 30, we got 35 cars on track right now, and he's exactly halfway between all of them in that 17th spot. So definitely fitting the nickname right now. But as we go, Daniel Monix trying to get a gap on the 67 Anderson a little bit. Out of these top 5, Monix does have the newest tires. I won't say they're the freshest. He might have used them up a little bit. Who knows? But he's definitely got the freshest. We take a look who's the fastest 5 over the last 5 laps are. It's Albert Lopez is your quickest. He's way back in 29th, several laps down. But as far as drivers that are fighting for this thing, Isaiah Watrous in that 60 tied with Daniel Monix for the fastest over the last 5, and Ryan Housden also on that board. So not a whole lot separating your top 4 right now. As far as laps led goes, Daniel Monix with a big advantage, 52 laps led. Alex Anderson with 24. Other drivers to lead laps is Isaiah Watrous, Ruben Rodas, Carl Cantonis, and Craig Martin. As the 67 gets into the wall pretty hard, that's going to let the 60 of Watrous try to get that 2nd spot back. Will he be able to do it? Not quite sure. The 67 of Anderson seems to have pretty good momentum. Ryan Housden to the pits. Lap 91 of 150. Is the final pit window open? I'm not sure. Ryan Housden must think it is, or else he's making a really terrible mistake. We'll have to keep an eye on how this plays out. My timbers are shivered. Yeah, we've definitely got pit stops happening again. Ruben Rodas coming down again.
5-car pitting this time.
Pit stops happening. Isaiah Watrous, Nate Bogus, Ruben Rodas all hitting pit road. We take a look again at the pit strategy board. The longest stints we saw last time were about 36 to 38 laps. It says McWilliams went 57 laps. I don't believe that for a second. Something weird happened there. You see the 21. Oh, the 67 gets sideways entering pit road. Wow. He was trying to come in hot, just like the song says. And he got that thing slideways. Holy smokes. I think we're going to have one more stop for everybody after this. Nathan Johnson, he takes his way to pit lane. Zach Stewart takes over the lead. Green flag pit stops for the second time here tonight in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Got to be real with you. Blake Hutchinson probably watching this thing later, shaking his fist, saying, why couldn't I have had this race? This thing's been a freaking blast. Coming up on 2/3 of the way through, Carl Cantonis inherits the lead again. Playing the long game is the 99. You see the 21 there. Daniel Molnick's trying to unlap himself. He has the advantage of the cars that have come down pit road this time, which does not bode well for the rest of the field. Christian Schweiger going to be pitting this time.
38 car in this lap. 38 car in this lap.
Carl Cantonis decides to pit as well. Alan Wild inherits the lead. We take a look at the driver we expect to inherit the lead here soon. 21 of Daniel Molnick's. I think he's got the biggest gap he's had all night back to somebody, the 60 of Isaiah Watrous. Not even on your screen right now, which is saying a lot. Oh, and we've got action. Who was that sideways? I think it was David Nemmert. Caution flies. The 24 of Nemmert throws the fourth caution of the night. Let's see if we can see what happened to the 24 here from the Harpoon Design blimp. That shakes things up a lot. I don't know why we're watching Eric Kepf hit pit lane. Let's try this. Gonna have to back it up a little bit. He was already sideways. Was he helped with that? Oh, and it looks like he was. The 2 of Donald Kite gets up into him a little bit. The 24 gets loose. He can't save it. Does the S's on the front stretch. Loops are around. No one really gets damaged, but throws a wrench in things for a lot of people. As we go back live. The 19 of Nathan Johnson. Did something happen to him here on the pacing? Let's give him, hold on a second. He doesn't have damage here. Keep in mind, this is under caution, folks. He gets up in the wall and smokes the 24. Did he just not know the field was slowed down in front of him there? That's big. The 19 was having a decent run, and he just kind of had a dough moment. Let's hop on the board the nose here. Yeah, he must have just had a lapse of concentration there. Not good for the 19. I don't know who the driver is, but somebody is not happy about the 24 spin here.
Yeah, I need whoever caused that yellow to go out to just go ahead and find the sturdiest wall and drive as quick as you can head first into it.
Somebody upset on the radio for sure. We watch who's going to win this battle off of pit road. Pit strategy going to be completely all over the place here. I mean, Alan Wild's got the lead. Unsure what he did on strategy. There's plenty of drivers that have to get a wave around here. Michael James, Ruben Rodas, Zach Stewart, Carl Cantonis, Nate Bogus, to name a few. Got about 12 drivers to get a wave around here to get a lap back. As we were in the middle of the pit cycle when that caution flew. If you take a look at what the pit stop stats are for your top 10. Everybody taking 4 tires. Dustin Coggin a little bit extra long in his box, maybe taking a little bit of repairs. Connor says, don't drink and race people, not a good idea. I've done it before. I've definitely done it before. It's old lore. Only certain people will know this story. As we watch this mess of cars here, the Jordan Evans in the 16 somehow leads the race here. We'll keep an eye on how this plays out. Stuff happening all over the place. But anyway, we had a night one time where we were doing fun races around one of the holidays, and I happened to drink a few more than I meant to, and that was the night I learned that if you as an admin DQ somebody, you can't clear it. You can't remove that DQ. If iRacing DQs somebody, you can clear it. But if you do it, they're permanently disqualified. So I accidentally disqualified a good friend's girlfriend from the race, and she was unable to race. Lights continue to stay on the pace car. We're going to go around one more time. And Anna Alessandro says 24 needs to go hide. Yeah, he's definitely got some people mad at him out there. I don't think it was his fault necessarily. There's some contact with Donald Kite. And Connor says Kentucky is a beast tonight. You are not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. This has been a heck of a race. Lights officially off on the pace car. Alan Wild, Jordan Evans going to be leading the field to green. Thomas Spencer, Isaiah Watchers, Daniel Monix round out your top 5. Brian Housden, Dustin Coggin, Michael James, Skylar Jones, Ruben Rodas round out your top 10 here for this restart. Going to take the green flag for 5th time tonight with some new names up in the front of your field. Wowee. Thanks again for everybody tuning in tonight. As we're going to get ready to take the green flag. Going to be lap 103 of 150. And if my mental math is correct, they're still going to need to make at least one more stop to make it to the end of this thing. But as they get into turn 3, get ready to go into turn 4, and the pace car gets ready to dip off. When we go back green Where to Go Harpoon Designs, bring the noise, let you listen into the sound of the cars and the track. And just to remind you, as the green flag gets ready to drop, go to harpoondesign.com. Paint start at just $25. Brantley Roden can hook you up with a good-looking ride as they go into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag flies once again here from Kentucky. Caution is out. We had somebody on their side. Alex Anderson's night probably done. One of your leaders heavily damaged. And that means we're going to have to go back and take a look at what happened. Holy smokes. Caution out. For the 5th time, let's go back and take a look at what happened from the Harpoon Design blimp with Alex Anderson. Gets into the 52. Oh my gosh! Who was that he slammed into that went for a ride? Let's back it up. Oh my lord. Looks like it's the 95. Is that Alex McQueen? It is. The 95 of Alex McQueen goes for an absolute ride here. Ends up on his roof. Grinding up against the wall. Slides down the track. Back on his wheels. Wow. That certainly changes things. Alex Anderson was one of the competitors that had a really good shot at the win tonight. As we look on from the Juicy Spider drone cam, his chances are definitely over. He hits pit road with a slew of other drivers. Daniel Monix re-inherits the lead here on lap 108 of 150. What a wreck. Wow, wow, wow. Anna says, oh, smack, he's dead. Yeah, he went for a ride. I think he made it out all right, though. Think he made it out all right. Hope everybody's having a good night out there. as we watch the Armed Forces 225 from Kentucky Speedway here in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series Season 3. We'll take a look at your top 10 here. A mix of strategies going on. Your top 6 or so only have 8 laps on their tires. Michael James has more laps on his tires than everybody else, but he still finds himself in the top 10. Drivers clearing things up in the chat about that last wreck. 67 Alex Anderson definitely admits fault to it. Lights are off on the pace car. Daniel Monix, Alan Wild getting ready to lead the field to green. Isaiah Watrous, Thomas Spencer behind him there. And Ryan Housden, Jordan Evans form your row number 3 as we get ready to get this thing back underway. I like the cars reference there, Connor. It's a good pull. That's a good pull for sure. Just to update any Sam Hoff fans out there, I think he's called it a night, to be honest with you. He's spent the last hour and 5 minutes on pit road. Alex Anderson also with a meatball needs to pit for repairs. He's sitting on pit road now. But we go green for the 6th time. Daniel Monix leads him into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag out again here from Kentucky. The 21 gets a great jump. Isaiah Watrous going to follow him right on through into 2nd. And we'll see if these two battle commences once again for the lead. Ryan Housden tries to make his way through as well on the bottom. Alan Wild kind of a sitting duck right now. Really only found himself at the front of this field due to win the caution flew during those green flag pit stops. So he is definitely dropping back. The one of Michael James almost gets into him a little bit. The 3 of Thomas Spencer. Watching that battle happen. The 07 and the 1 touch again. No caution, no wrecking happening from that. And Daniel Monix back in a familiar spot at the front of this field. All sorts of racing happening further back. Let's see if we can get a good look at any of it. Fan favorite Christian Schweiger trying to get past Braden McWilliams, but Nate Bogus makes it 3 wide. For this spot, it's going to be the 13th position Nate takes over. We got to keep an eye on the front of this field, though. A 3-car battle starting to heat up between Daniel Monix, Isaiah Watrous, Ryan Housden once again. A missing name from that group is going to be the 67, Alex Anderson. Unfortunately involved in that last wreck, his night basically over. New name pushing towards the front, Michael James. One of your higher ups in the point standings. We put those on screen for you here. Michael James 8th in points. Daniel Monix, your leader right now, 5th in the point standings. Isaiah Watrous ahead of him and 3rd in the points. A little bit of a cluster here. Ruben Rodas, Thomas Spencer, Skylar Jones, Zach Stewart, all scrapping it out here. It's pretty, relative to the rest of the race, it's pretty calm right now, if we're being honest with each other, in my opinion. But this thing is far from over. Carl Cantonis, Jordan Evans side by side. That's your 10th spot battle. Side-by-side racing even farther back in the field. Everybody knows to tail here pretty much in your top 10. Only separated by maybe a tenth or two for each position right now. This is incredible stuff. It's been a while since I've done anything to do with a broadcast of an ARCA race. These things do seem to be kind of sort of drafty here. Doesn't seem like it's a huge deal. But you're definitely able to build runs and have some good momentum as the 60 of Isaiah Watchers. I thought he might have had the momentum to make a challenge for the lead there, but he does not. We've honestly got about a 9-car pack here in the front, all trying to battle it out here. I'll be real with you, I won't be surprised if something happens to cause a yellow here soon. The way these guys are fighting here. Ruben Redos, Allen Wild go side by side. Behind them, Thomas Spencer and Skylar Jones do the same thing. Ooh, a little bit of contact. Thomas Spencer, Skylar Jones getting into each other a little bit. No one wrecks. We keep it green. Daniel Monix has a big old grin on his face, I'm sure, just watching all these fights behind him. But he's not able to separate any sort of gap back to the 60 of Watrous. He's keeping up well. Bottom definitely seems to still continue to be the preferred lane. "30 laps to go here in this race. These drivers, I do believe, still need to pit one more time. We're going to see if anyone wants to make a risk. Oh, that's going to change that strategy completely. The 70 of Caleb Yates stopped here on the track. He's kind of missing the whole back end of his car. Let's see what happened to the 70. Oh, 93 Tim McBasketball gets into the 70. 70 not happy on the radio.
What was that, Tim?
Caleb Yates. Damage to that 70 car. Daniel Monix leads the field down pit road. Not surprised we're going to see everybody pit here, take fuel to make it to the end. Caution number 6. With 30 laps to go, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back with you before the green flag flies. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Back live here in the Armed Forces 225. Sixth caution getting wrapped up. Isaiah Watrous, Daniel Monick's going to lead the field to green. As we get ready to finish this race off. Only 26 laps going to be left when we get the green flag. Isaiah Watrous, the control car, into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag out once again. The 60 gets a great jump. Molnick's in the 21 struggles to keep with him. That could definitely be big for the outcome of this race. We'll have to wait and see. It could come down to that restart. The 21 of Molnick's already puts the pressure on. The 98 of Housden, Michael James in the 1, the 3 of Thomas Spencer all behind him. They're all hungry. Gonna see who comes out on top tonight. Side by side for third between James and Housden. They battle into turn 1, almost touching doors. They keep it clean for now. Molnick's looking like he's trying to break the draft of the cars behind him. I don't know how well that's gonna work here. They say side by side behind him for third. Battling all throughout your top 10. We drop back a little bit. Thomas Spencer, Michael James fighting it out. It's your 4th spot there. Behind them, we got all sorts of action. People fanned out 3 wide. We look on from the perspective of the 77, Zach Stewart. He's got the 36 of Braden McWilliams, the 99 Carl Cantonis, going 3 wide with him down the front stretch. 36 with the advantage. Fan favorite, the 38 Christian Schweiger, ripping the wall a little bit there on the high side. Bring our attention back out front. Is the 21 making the move for the race lead? Not yet. The 60 of Watrous continues to control it with 24 to go. He's doing a great job here, if I'm being honest with you. He's been fast, he just hasn't had the track position. But now that he finds himself in the lead late in the race here, we'll see if he has enough to hold off that 21 and that 98. This has been one of the most exciting races I've ever personally broadcasted. This racing's been terrific tonight. But with 22 to go, these guys don't need fuel anymore, but they do have to still take care of those tires a little bit. This is a decently long run. If this thing stays green, you're going to see a difference in who's burned their stuff up and who hasn't. little bit of contact with the wall for one of the drivers there. Not sure who that was. Thomas Spencer makes a move for third on the bottom. See if he can make it stick to the inside of the 98. Ryan Housden looks like he's going to. They're side by side down the back stretch. The 3 is Spencer. Dives it in once again. The 5 of Ruben Rodas throwing his name up here. The 47 of Skylar Jones as well. Lots of names charging towards the front here with 21 to go. 5 of Rodas makes a move on the 3 is Spencer. The 21 of Molnix and the 98 of Housden side by side for second right now. The 60 of Watchers wants him to keep doing that. He can build a lead if they do. 3 wide for third. Rodas, Molnix, Spencer. Scrapping right now with 20 to go. Do they stay clean? The 21 goes around. Daniel Molnix gets spun. One of your front runners all night, the man who's led the most laps, finds himself in the back of the field. What a turn of events for the 21 of Molnix. He's got a big hill to climb now if he's going to go win number 4 with 18 to go. Let's go back and take a look at it from the Harpoon Design blimp. Rodas just comes up just that little bit and clips the 21. Nobody else involved. Let's back that thing up. We'll go ahead and take a look from the nose cam of the 5 of Rodas. Just kind of wipes the 21 out. Don't think by any means that it was intentional, but it does throw a huge wrench in things. The last place that the 21 of Molnix wants to be right now is back in 22nd. Handful of cars pitting. Most of the field stays out. Lights back on the pace car. And caution number 7 is underway. Just to remind you folks at home, if you need a paint, head to harpoondesign.com. Paint start at just $25. Bring the road and we'll get you hooked up. As he's at the controls of the Harpoon Design blimp up in the sky, bringing us some beautiful camera shots around this facility, including this one. The blimp's an incredible thing to have after the old HMS TV blimp had a fiery crash due to being torpedoed by a Gen 4 Cup car. Also got to give a big shout out to Juicy Spider, bringing us some of the graphics here on HMS TV, including that logo you see in the top left, the animation there. That's a Juicy Spider production there, as well as our beautiful intro you saw earlier. As we head back down to Earth, will the lights get off on the pace car this time around? Looks like they will. We're going back green here in just a lap. We've seen 2 front runners of the night have their races and hopes and dreams crushed. The 67 of Alex Anderson led some laps. He finds himself back in 34th. Currently not on the track, I don't believe. And then, of course, Daniel Molnix. Not any damage to that 21, but he finds himself back in 21st here. A long road ahead of the 21 if he's going to make his way towards the front of this field. When we go back green, there's only going to be 15 laps left, but if he can do it, it's going to be a story. Of course, the safest bet of the night, Sam Hoff, he's been out of the race since lap 8. So if there was betting odds, Vegas made out good on this race. He was involved in that first big wreck. I mean, it was the big one at Kentucky. But pace car getting ready to go off. Isaiah Watrous leads the way once again. He's going to try to take off and get a good lead on Ryan Housden as they head into the Juicy Spider restart zone once again. Green flag back in the air in the Armed Forces 225. Isaiah Watrous with a huge jump. Side by side for second is Michael James and Ryan Housden. Behind them, Thomas Spencer, Skylar Jones battle it out for fourth. All Isaiah Watrous wants to see in his mirror right now is cars side by side. That means that he is going to build a lead if they continue to battle. But it looks like Michael James trying to cover that spot up. It looks like we're about to have some three-wide action for a second. Skylar Jones looks to the outside. Michael James in the middle, Ryan Housden on the bottom, 3 wide for second place. Skylar Jones with the momentum. She takes that spot over. They're still battling for third. Housden puts his name back in the hat for that second spot, but the 47 going to have the momentum. Housden has to settle for third place. Thomas Spencer, Ruben Rodas trying to make their way forward, as well as Carl Cantonis and Nate Bogus. Across the stripe, 14 to go. Watrous leads the way. The 47 of Skylar Jones in contention for the first time tonight. Trying to get to that back bumper of the 60. Is it too early? Are we burning tires up? We'll have to wait and see. Mild contact with the wall for one of the drivers back there. No harm, no foul. Folks, I don't know if this thing's going to stay green as hard as these guys are racing. Look at Ruben Rodas all over the back bumper of the one of Michael James. He looks to the inside now. It's going to be for fourth place. The 98 of Ryan Housden pulling the parachute. They touch. Ruben Rodas, Ryan Housden getting to each other. They keep it clean. They stay side by side, though. Rodas not necessarily making friends. He gets the left sides below the yellow line there, as low as he can on the track. Ruben Rodas pushing for all he's got, but I don't know if he's got enough. Isaiah Watrous continues to lead the way out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Skylar Jones second, Ryan Housden third, Michael James fourth. Zach Stewart finds his way into the top 5, likely for the first time tonight that I can recall. Ruben Rodas, Carl Cantonis, Thomas Spencer, Nate Bogus, Eric Kepf, your ever-changing top 10. It's hard to keep track of what all's going on. We cross the stripe. There's 11 to go. Skylar Jones makes the move for the lead on the inside. Isaiah Watrous going to fight back on that outside lane. It's going to let everybody else behind him catch up as well, and we're about to have a 6-car battle for the lead. The 77 of Zach Stewart takes the Larson line here at Kentucky. Don't think that's going to work out too well for that driver. If he uses it to his advantage, though, it might be a good note for these drivers to jot down. Connor Gerard in the chat says everyone wants a win here, and he's not lying. Caution is out again. Big junk in the back of the field. Molnick's involved again. His night officially going to be done for the 21. His front wheels are looking at each other. Thomas Spencer involved as well as Jimmy Geikus, Brian Marshall. I didn't see it happen, but we'll have to see if Daniel Molnick might have been pushing a little too hard trying to get spots back. Let's watch this one from the Juicy Spider drone cam. Let's see what happened to the 21. Battle in here 3 wide. Thomas Spencer comes up, just gets turned off the nose of the 21. I don't think he was clear. Oh, big crash. Oh, hard hit for the 21 and the 94. Somebody farther up also went for a hell of a ride. That was the 18. 18 to Jimmy Geikus. He went for a ride. We're going to have to go back and watch from his perspective. He took a hard hit. The wreck happened way in front of him. And he just gets clipped. Bump. Wham! Into the outside wall. Looked like it was the 94 Brian Marshall. He ended up on his side. Watch it one more time from his view. Out of Staunton, Virginia. Ends up on all four wheels, but heavy damage to that 94. We go back live. You see Daniel Monix there on your screen. And you see Isaiah Watrous there in the 60. The Catman out of Mooresville leads the way. We check on the lap leaders. He's got the second most led. 30 laps led for the 60 of Watrous. He's got Michael James, Zach Stewart, Carl Cantonis, and Eric Kepf to deal with on what could be the final restart of the night. What a race this has been. We're going to go back green with about 5 to go. Go ahead and put them in the chat now, your final picks to win. Connor says it's anyone's race. It's make or break time now. And I think it's risky to say it, but I think this restart might be the craziest we've seen yet. People are starting to get desperate for sure, Connor. I just got to be honest with you. I have no clue what can happen here. As we pull up the pit board here, your top 10, pretty much all on the same strategy. Eric Kepf actually has fresher tires than your top 4, and he's sitting in 5th, so the 63 could be in a good spot here. He's got fresher good years. Craig Martin as well, sitting in 9th with a little bit fresher tires, so keep an eye on those two. Pace car lights are off. Connor Gerard with a big statement saying most chaotic race in ARCA history on this channel. We check in on your biggest movers, your hard chargers. Nate Bogus sitting in 5th, up 32 spots. Michael James in 2nd right now. He's up 31. Nathan Johnson, Craig Martin, Braden McWilliams also up tons of spots here. Your biggest loser in the field, unfortunately, goes to the 00, Sam Hoff. Not much he could have done about it, though. He got killed on lap number 8. Will this be the final restart, or will we have to rack them up once again? We'll find out together. Green flag number 9, just ahead. Pace car gets ready to dip left and head off into pit road. Isaiah Watrous leads him to green once again. As they get ready to head into the Juicy Spider restart zone, Michael James got fans in the chat cheering him on. Let's see if he can get it done in that one car. Green flag back out. Isaiah Watrous gets a great jump. Michael James has to deal with Carl Cantonis to his outside. Watrous wants clean track ahead of him, and that's what he's got. If these two stay side by side, it could seal the deal for the 60, or will we see another caution? They're 3 wide back there in the back. We'll see if they can keep it clean and keep it green. But to steal Blake's lines, you know the fans right now are off their seats and on their feet watching this race finish. They're going to cross the stripe. It's going to be 5 laps to go. Look at the 77 of Zach Stewart. Flying forward. Does he have what it takes running that high lane? The 63 of Eric Kepf, 11 of Nate Bogus, throwing their names in the hat. Watrous running for his life right now. They're side by side for second behind him. Michael James, Carl Cantonis. Look at Skylar Jones running the Larson line back there. Don't know how that's going to work out. Carl Cantonis trying to take this second spot, but Michael James will not give it up. 63 of Kep finds his way into fourth. Keep an eye on him. He's got fresh tires compared to these other guys. Does he have the space to use them? The 38 gets involved. Big wreck. Heavy damage to the 38 and the 98. No caution yet. It's got to fly. It does fly. The 36, Braden McWilliams involved. And fan favorite Christian Schweiger's night is done. And we're going to have a green-white checkered. Holy crab walk on the 38. Oh my gosh. As we look at Christian Schweiger in the car there, that car should not be facing that way. Let's go up to the Harpoon Design blimp. Take a look at this one. Just contact with the 11 and the 36. The 38 gets a couple good licks. The 98 just comes in, smacks into him good. I tell you what, it's not been a good night for anybody that's found themselves in the front of the field early. Daniel Molnix led a ton of laps. He got killed. Alex Anderson led laps. He's dead. Ryan Housden was up front all night. He's gone. The only person to get away fairly unscathed is the man right here in the 60 leading the way. Isaiah Watrous, he's been up front all night. He's about the only one to get away unscathed from all of this action. And it's definitely been a hell of a race. Lights stay on the pace car, not going green this time. I need me a drink of water. Drivers are beefing in the radio chatter. That's been happening all night, though, if we're being honest with each other. It's been a spicy one on the radio. Connor Gerard says the 60's trying to win for the Cats. Isaiah, no win on the season. 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s, and 12 starts. He's fighting for his first win here in Season 3 of the Superstar ARCA Series. Carl Cantonis also fighting for win number 1 here at the front of your field. Other notables fighting here in your top 10. Eric Kepf without a win. Michael James without a win. I believe I just said that. No, I did not. Your top 4 here winless in Superstar ARCA this year. So I think it's very likely we see a new winner here tonight. If any drivers are out there listening and you don't know how it goes, if you finish top 3, I want to talk to you at the end of the night here. So make sure to join a voice chat so we can chat. If you're curious, best place to wait, I'd say, is the interview room. Otherwise, I'll come find you. Place your bets, folks. Will Isaiah Watrous hold on? Or will somebody else come steal this thing? I've got my eye on the 63 of Eric Kepf. If he can get a good jump, he's been quick all night. He might be able to challenge that 60. They've battled side by side plenty of times already tonight. And Alessandro in the chat says, you want some water? I want a margarita. I'd take one of those too. I love a good margarita. Definitely love a good margarita. They're so expensive, though, from the local Mexican restaurant, but boy, are they good. You give me 2 of those, and I can barely remember my own name. Anyone that knows the rules, feel free to have an input in the chat. How many green, white, checkered attempts we've got. But this is the first one here. Will we see the white flag, or will there be more carnage? We'll have to wait and see. Carl Cantonis, Isaiah Watrous head towards the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag out now, once again, from Kentucky, the Armed Forces 225. Look at the jump from Michael James. He's going to fly into second, gets past the 99 of Cantonis, who is asleep at the wheel, and he's getting spun. Big wreck. Carl Cantonis, big damage. The yellow flies one more time here in the Superstar ARCA series. Heavy damage. Jordan Warnock involved. He tows it to pit lane. Ruben Rhoda, Skylar Jones, Carl Cantonis, Donald Kite. Skylar Jones still spinning out. That thing must be so damaged. She can't even control it. Crab Walk City is Kentucky Speedway. Look at that car should not be able to drive like that. It's like the Sam Horner's Jr. car on demon mode for the 47 of Skylar Jones. We're up in the Harpoon Design blimp to see what happened to the 47. Oh, what a hit. That's where the 28 got killed. The 5 of Rodos, the 22 of Craig Martin. Let's back it up a little bit more to where it all started with Jordan Warnock and that 28. It started ahead of him, actually, with Carl Cantonis. Let's check that out. Good Lord, folks. Sorry about this. Let's rewind it manually here. Let's stop trying to let the system handle it. Looks like what happens here, the 47 tries to push it 3 wide. 99 not ready for it. Maybe comes in the corner thinking he's 2 wide. Contact is made. 99 hard into the wall. Ruben Rodos almost flips. Manages to keep it on all 4 wheels, but heavy damage to that 5. Car parts flying all over the place. And Alessandro asks, is anybody left alive? Not too many people. Donald Kite getting a good extra little tail slapper there at the end. I'll tell you who is happy. It's going to be Race Deck Racing. Isaiah Watrous, Michael James. 2 teammates right here in the front of the field. That explains why the one of James had a great jump there on that last restart. Probably some team communications happening there. And we do have another green-white checkered attempt coming up on tap for you. And by the way, if you were curious, they're still angry in the race chat. Nothing's changed there. I fully expect Isaiah Watrous and Michael James here probably communicate about when they're going to be going here in the restart zone, and expect those two to try to take off and make it a fight between them for the win. Neither driver has won a race this season in Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Pull up the stats for you once again. Most of the people in the front of your field looking for their first win. Place your bets. Are we gonna see the checkered? Look at the 38 of Christian Schweiger. Sir. How do you not have a meatball? Craig Martin does have a meatball. He's keeping his car out there. Some interesting decisions happening here. We'll see. I won't be shocked if there's another yellow with the way some of these cars are in the back of this pack, but pace cars off nonetheless as they head into the Juicy Spider restart zone for, is it the final time? We'll have to wait and see here live. Isaiah Watrous, Michael James get a good jump. Green flag is back out here at Kentucky. Damaged cars all over the place. Watrous gets a great jump. Yellow's out again. Big crash in the back of the field. The 12 involved, the 38 involved, the 24 involved. I'll tell you what, he might have a lot of fans in the chat, but there's a lot of people upset with the driver of the 38 staying out with that car in the shape it was in. Let's go to the Harpoon Design blimp. The 22 gets into him, and oh my God. Oh, God, big hits. Yeah, definitely a poor call for the 38 to stay out. At first, I wasn't even going to blame him, but there's definitely something broken with that car that caused him to just snap like he did, and he affects several people's races. Tate Lupret, Hunter Sr., Caleb Yates, all involved. But we head towards another restart. Give me just a moment of a little bit of quiet here, folks. I really have to try to find the rules here to figure out how many green-white checkered attempts we've got. Sorry for the silence, folks, but I have my answer. This will be the final green-white checkered attempt. If they can't get it done here, this thing will end under yellow flag conditions, which would be quite a shame. As good as the racing has been here tonight, we want to see a finish. We want to see a battle across the line. We don't want to see it end under yellow. Sun's starting to set as we look on from the front end of the 60 of Isaiah Watrous. Battling his own teammate in the one car, Michael James, Eric Kepf, and Nate Bogus in third and fourth. Still keep an eye on that 63 if we get some, if this thing continues to stay green after this final chance at a restart. We'll see if he can get it done with the fresher tires, or if the track position will be too much. But what a race it has been. I once again remind you, if you haven't done it yet, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, send it to your friends, man. The end of this race hopefully is about to be a banger. As long as it stays green and we don't have another wreck. Lights are off on the pace car. If we get another yellow, that's going to be it. Once the green flag flies, the next flag ends it. Connor says he wouldn't mind if it ends in a yellow. It'd be the first time to happen. Juicy Spider says, how is he allowed to even restart like that? His car is at a 45-degree angle. That's not a question for me. That'd be a question for race control, what they're going to determine with that one. I can tell you it's definitely going to be an interesting time in the incident review for this race. The field is substantially shrunk. We've got about 9 rows of cars left putting around this thing, roughly 18 drivers on track. 6 cars on pit road with meatballs. And one more final chance at a checkered flag. Pace car is off. This will be the final restart of the night. Confirmed. Can Isaiah Watrous do it? Will Michael James get past him for the win? What about Nate Bogus, Eric Kepf? Who knows? Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag out once again. Isaiah Watrous with a huge jump. Michael James falls into second. Eric Kepf, Dylan Lampy into fourth. Nate Bogus fights off a slew of drivers for fifth, but we keep an eye on your lead. Isaiah Watrous is clean and green. On to the back stretch. Couple more corners. Will we see the white flag or will there be a yellow? Look at Eric Kepf to the outside. with the fresher tires. Can he get it done? The one in the 63 banged doors. White flag is out. Here at Kentucky, no more yellows to be had. Can Isaiah Waters hold the rest of the field off? Eric Kepf flies down to the bottom. Can't get by the one of Michael James. He's blocking for his teammate. Nathan Johnson enters the picture behind, side by side for second, but Isaiah Waters has 2 more corners. He's gonna do it. Isaiah Waters comes out of turn 4 with a huge lead, and he gets his first win of Season 3 Superstar ARCA Cup. Eric Kepf gets second, side by side for Nathan Johnson. Michael James for third. Johnson takes it by a 1/100th of a second. Oh, and the 63 gets sent around at the end of the race. Oh my. Not sure if that was a love tap gone wrong or if that was intentional. Daniel Monix congratulates the 60 of Isaiah Waters. Pretty sure Waters is pretty popular with most of the Superstar ARCA Cup drivers, so him getting his first win of the season here, probably going to be a popular moment. What a burnout. He's slinging that thing around. Some love taps for the one there of Michael James. Wow, wow, wow. What a race. It had its green flag run. It had its green flag pit stops. It had its carnage. It had a big one at Kentucky. And Isaiah Waters comes out on top. Man, oh man. As we hop up above here. Isaiah Waters, 48 laps led, takes home the win. Eric Kepf second, Nathan Johnson third. Hard charger of the night was Nathan Johnson, up 32 spots. Daniel Monix, 69 laps led. Nice. Fastest lap actually goes to Nate Bogus. 11 cautions on the night for 34 laps. 12 different green flag lead changes for 9 leaders. 10 extra laps of overtime. And I think it's time to start seeing if we can get some interviews with some drivers here. Let's see if I can find Nathan Johnson anywhere in the voice chats. Might take me a second to find some of these guys. There he is, Nathan Johnson. Let's bring him on in. Did I accidentally move the wrong person? I think I might have. There he is. Let's talk to him. Nathan, it's Jesse up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, man, go ahead and talk us through that race for you. You were the hard charger of the night, up 32 spots from where you started, and you find yourself finishing third here tonight for Hoff Performance. Go ahead and talk us through that race for you, man.
Yeah, I was just trying to save my stuff and dodge all the wrecks.
There's plenty of those,
yeah,
for sure.
It, man. Yeah. And then I went a lap down, and I had to get the lucky dog. So it was just a struggle, man.
Yeah, it
But
definitely
hey,
was an
got it done.
eventful race. I see you're a member of Hoff Performance there. Sam Hoff, of course, championship leader, out on lap 8. So that definitely made things interesting. But you were fighting for the win there towards the end. I think it was the top 5 probably or so, if not more, winless in Season 3 so far. Did you think you had anything for Waters or Kepf at the end, or if you had a couple more laps, or what do you think?
Maybe. I don't know. No, I think Isaiah pretty much had it locked in. But, yeah, it was fun. Yeah, and it sucked to see Sam get out so early, but it was cool having him as kind of like a little crew chief.
Good to hear that he stuck around to help out. But congratulations, of course, on the third place finish here tonight. If you got any shout outs you want to make, go ahead and let them rip, man.
Yeah, I just want to thank Hoff Performance, my team. We all worked pretty well together tonight. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, congratulations on the P3 tonight. Looking forward to seeing you again. Nathan Johnson, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All righty, folks. Let's see if we can find your second place finisher, Eric Kepf. Can't see him. Give him a few more seconds here to hop into a voice chat and make sure. Just double check again and see if I'm missing him. I'm not. That's 2 streams. Oddly enough, that's 2 streams in a row where the second place driver is unavailable for an interview. But if you're out there, Eric, and you're hearing me, just go ahead and hop into the interview room whenever you're available. And we'll go ahead and chat with you once you show up. But we're going to bring him on up into the booth. And I'm going to read it exactly how it shows it in Discord. Isaiah Watrous with the win. First one of season number 3. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty damn good. I needed that.
Man, you drove a hell of a race. You were up front, towards the front all night. I'd say it was like a 4-car group with you, Daniel Molnix, Alex Anderson, and Ryan Housden kind of just battling throughout most of that race. And then you're just it's almost like you started watching them drop like flies. Just Alex Anderson gets wrecked out. Molnix gets wrecked out. Housden wrecked out. You're kind of the last one standing. You had a good battle there with your teammate Michael James and then Eric Kepf at the end, but you come out on top. Go ahead and walk us through that race.
Track positions king. I was ahead of all the wrecks. And that's just what it takes. You know, qualifying is just so important to these cars. So hard to pass, deep in a run. So much emphasis in just being out front. And
go ahead.
Not enough time at the end for Green Red Checker to really make up the time with the dirty air. So it's just put myself in a good spot and it paid off.
Yeah, you definitely found yourself in the lead at the perfect time, right when it descended into chaos and it kept being restart after restart. So all you had to do was just maintain that lead, and you did a perfect job of it. Let's see if there's anything. I can't really think of too much else. I mean, you definitely, like I said, you were consistent all night, and you were pretty much the only one out of the front runners to manage to stay out of all the mess. So definitely a good job from you there. Congratulations, of course, on the win. If you got any shout-outs, man, go ahead and let them rip.
I'd like to thank JV Designs for a good-looking car. I'm glad I finally put it in victory lane, and I got some good teammates that helped me drive, helped me learn, and helped me stay up front. I'd like to shout them out, too.
All right, well, fantastic job taking home win number 1 of the season for you. You're in a good point spot already. This will just boost it. I'll be honest, I don't know if you're going to catch Sam Hoff, though. He's a little bit ahead, but regardless,
I'll be trying.
Yeah, try your best. Hopefully you find yourself in the winner's circle again here soon, but congratulations, Isaiah Watrous.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Well, that does it for tonight's race. What a race it was. I mean, that thing was a blast for sure. Action all over the place from heat 1 to the end of the race, so definitely glad I could be here with you for it. Hope everybody has a great night. Enjoy the rest of your night. If you were here, if you missed the start of the race, of course, I just want to say once again, we are, we're saddened by the news of Jason Dalton passing away this morning, GLSR driver. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends and the GLSR and KJD2 families. So just keep them in your thoughts tonight. So fly high, man. And number 2 forever. But with that, it's going to do it for tonight's race. Tune in tomorrow night for some Average Joe's Truck Series action. And we'll be back live with you. See you tomorrow night.
42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh my goodness! Oh! The whole field is junk. It's a parking lot. They door slam each other. Checkered flag in the air. It's gonna be too close to call. Oh, he just got smoked. Oh my goodness! He got dumped in IMSA racing. Caution is out. Oh! He's dead! Doing each other with their junk